Dubai is a very beautiful city and very popular, but there are some shady sides of Dubai faced by immigrants that the world might have never known. Quite often, as immigrants, we tend to believe in greener pastures. Indeed, there are greener pastures, but not everybody is fortunate to have stumbled on green grass.
Sometimes, when faced with little or no options, the greatest challenges are making the right choices. To some, life could be a field of roses, and at the same time to others, a bed of thorns. This is the story of a wounded heart, the truth behind the untold tale of the grey pastures of Dubai.
I didn't choose this life. If my fingers were the hands of time, I would cut them off. I would cut them off to redeem my life. A life which I now live like that. They call me Nora Anikuma. And this is my story, a tale which can only be told through my fears.
In one of the harshest and unforgiving neighborhoods in the Cameroonian suburbs, a crushed soul faces a dilemma of striving to succeed in the remote environment where she finds herself, or chase for greener pastures somewhere beyond the horizons of her dreams. Nora, a 29-year-old orphan, was born here in Makia, a place well known for struggles and strife. Nora had to stop school very early and began to hawk for survival. She'd grown to know that life was never a bed of roses, and even if it was, some people were just unlucky. Her only chance to survive the harsh economy and take care of what was left of her life's worth was to make up her mind to use all her last saving to travel abroad in search for greener pastures. And nowhere seemed best but Dubai.
Hi, good morning, sir. I've been here for a while now, trying to call and you're not picking.
Having found fortune with the prospects of traveling to Dubai in hopes for a bright future, or so she thought, Nora finds herself confronted with a rather harsh reality of being stranded at the airport in Dubai with no one to help. Apparently, the travel agency she trusted to secure her trip and career in the destination of her dreams cut off all communication links with the naive Cameroonian native.
Some of these hideous experiences faced by eager immigrants are directly sponsored by unlicensed, dishonest travel agencies. They promise you accommodation, a well-paying job to the tune of 5,000 dirhams. But once you get here, no one picks up your call, no reception, you suddenly realize you are on your own.
As a young girl, my dream was to earn a spot in the working class in Dubai or some lucrative nation. Right now, I think life is so unfair.
It won't be long before disgruntled Nora gets the epiphany that her only chance to survive in Dubai are joining the homeless blacks in the comfort of the unforgivingly cruel environment of Dubai's Union Metro station. With no hope whatsoever, her painful ordeal is all she can translate through tearful words as a dark memoir to whomever and whatsoever reason one from her fellow home nation would dare undertake like adventures, or peradventure a good Samaritan, to look upon the distress of her soul and come to her rescue.
I watched firsthand the despicable conditions faced by immigrants at the Union Metro station. People striving for food, shelter, some of them don't even have a decent bath.
You want water? Only one there. Only one like this. Only one there. How are you, my sister? Are you doing well? Yeah, water one there. Water one there. You give me two, I take one. Only one. Only one. Oh, thank you. May God bless you, my sister. Water, water. Water one there.
The famous Union Metro station. She had heard tales of the terrible situation those who found themselves here faced. Her frustrations began to raise her heartbeat as she saw young men and women, and more like her age group, sleeping in the open, choked up and clumped together like a swarm of idle flies, and looking surprisingly comfortable with a sorrel ermine. And in that singular moment, Nora realized her life had just gone from north to south.
You see, all of us here, all of us seated here, we don't have anywhere to go, we don't have anything. For me, I just sell water to make the ends meet. Also, agent wrote me, say, you find for me a job, you take the office, you go to Arabs, you work. They don't pay my sister. But if you want to join me to sell water, no problem, you can come. Or if you want for me to take you to Immigration of Cameroon, I can help you, my sister. But this Dubai, too much sunshine, too much working. For me, the whole day say water, 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 water. Don't cry, my sister, okay? Don't cry, please, okay? Everything is gonna be alright. All they have problems, some are in overstay, some don't have what to eat. Some, too much problem Dubai, okay? Also me selling water every day, water, too much sunshine, you sweat, I need just a little to make the ends meet, but Dubai is too much difficult.
With the little courage and guts left of her, Nora learned that the first step to survive in Dubai is tamarking.
I come from a humble family. They all believe in me. They think I am now doing well in Dubai. But here am I, tamarking. Just so you know, tamarking is a term for moving around in search of a job.
Stranded, hungry, and desperate, Nora tried her hands in prostitution. And this is what so many young girls do when they come to Dubai, as she found out, realizing the greener pastures was unfortunately a pile of dried hay and in fact a grey pasture. Prostitution is a very common activity here, mostly involving Africans in a bid to survive. Nora wasn't raised that way, but her need to survive was by far superior to any sense of virtue left in her conscience. And when this became so much to handle, Nora decided to traffic and to sell illegal drinks in the predominantly Muslim city of Dubai. The problem with this activity, though, was that the law enforcement officers always stormed red-flagged neighborhoods in a bid to quickly apprehend culprits who sold these illegal products. Things could only get worse, and on one occasion, Nora was almost caught, and the consequences would be fatal: repatriation, imprisonment, or anything far desperately worse.
Transport is on the way.
A bed space, as it is commonly referred to in Dubai, simply put means any floor space, bed, bunk, or sleeping facility used or intended to be used as sleeping accommodation for an individual. The bed space is nothing like a usual comfy accommodation. These are independent rooms in Dubai, littered across the streets, starting anywhere from 1,500 dirhams, going up to 6,000 dirhams in a flat share accommodation.
The bed spaces here are really terrible. There are no words to describe my experience. You find people struggling for a square inch of bed space, paying about 300 to 600 dirhams, depending on the position of the bed space, whether it is the floor or on the deck. Curtains and plywoods are being used to separate people, and if you're lucky, you get a partition, which is a plywood is being used to separate you from the next person. This is a bed space. We're actually in here. In this room, we actually have about 4 to 5 different nationalities. We have Cameroonians, Ghanaians, Sierra Leoneans, Nigerians, and other nationalities living in this place. Like I said earlier, it is a bed space where people have to share, like you have the upper side and the down side. That's how life is in a typical bed space setting here in Dubai.
I came to Dubai through like my relative. She said I should come to Dubai, that at least to hustle, side my hustle in my country, that it was rather good more than Dubai, because back in my country I was a taxi driver. So she thought coming to Dubai and hustle in Dubai is more better than in Cameroon. But arriving in Dubai, I found a different story, because here is a bed space. We live in a bed space, very complex situation. For me, I'm living up space, which is normally called here Burj Khalifa. It's somehow less expensive, because there we pay 450 or so or more.
The cost usually depends on the size, location, and amenities, but in general, bed spaces are more like prison wards that are void of confinement and warders. So most people who have the chance of getting a bed space are squeezed up with each other, moving in straight corridors and having to spend so much money for so little comfort. This was the fate of Nora's newfound inmates, and most often herself.
People they call this agent to come to buy. So when you contact agent, he will tell you some fit tell you truth and some fit lie for you. So when if he tell you say maybe as you come like this, you go come work direct for company and you earn a very good salary. They fit call you some figure like 500,000 or 600,000 for people the way they lie. So one day they will tell you the simple truth, and then they'll ask you like, if you ask like 1,500,000, some people they even ask 2 million for come to buy. But the normal truth is that they could make you tourist visa for come, and that tourist visa really cost too much. So If you want to check out at the end, maybe they don't spend like 600,000 for you to come to buy visa and flight ticket. Then when it comes, someone them when they want the way they serious, they will come find you for airport safe. Yes. Then someone they will abandon you for airport. Yes. Then the difficulties also where many we African they will face them for Dubai. Now, so this agent then, because for year, if you don't have money, you are alone. And sometimes, even if you get money, you will see finish. If you see frustrated because many fake people, then fake agent, then they will tell you say if you want to get this work, pay so and so money, and you finally pay the money, you get the work. Finally, get money again for pay your best space or for chop, and then after every 3 months, you have to do your visa change. If you do that visa change, you go enter inside what they call overstay. And overstay, many people are inside, many African them inside for Dubai here now, they inside overstay.
Dubai is not that easy. Dubai is not easy. You might say you are coming to Dubai to search for greener pasture, but it's not that green. I can say it's not that green. Because, for example, like me now, what I was earning in my country is even far more better than what I'm earning here. A taxi driver in Cameroon can earn 200,000 per month. But here in Dubai, I can say I'm earning 300,000, which is nothing. If you are earning 300,000 abroad and earning 200,000 back in your country, you see that the 200,000 in your country is more than the 300,000 abroad. You don't understand me? Because 200,000 in your country, you will see that if you pay your rent, maybe 25,000, to buy your food, maybe 50,000, you save more than 100 and something thousand. But here in Dubai, your bed space 450,000 converted to Cameroon currency is about 300,000. If you pay a bed space of 450, that is equivalent to 90,000 francs. 90,000 francs, you eat, let's say 60,000 francs. How much will you save? How much will you send back to your family? Because the family know that you are abroad. It's not easy here, especially searching for a job. It's not easy. You find a situation where you go through agents, they will ask you for commission. A job which you will receive maybe 1,200 dirhams, they will ask you for commission for about 800 dirhams. For a month, which means you work for about 2 months free. 2 months free, just like that. So it's not easy looking for a job.
Je suis arrivé ici en dépensant 1,6 million, tu vois, en payant un visa touriste pour venir ici. Bon, c'est venu ici là, le jour que je suis arrivé à Dubaï, le même jour, on me dit que le gland n'a pas payé la maison où je devais vivre, tu vois. J'étais obligé encore de me battre pour avoir un peu d'argent, comme ma mère m'a un peu d'argent ici, pour pouvoir payer la maison un mois. Bon, pour te dire vrai, j'ai beaucoup vu le feu ici à Dubaï, il faut dire comme ça. Parce que je suis arrivé ici, j'ai commencé à faire les petits jobs, les diplômes ici, c'est varié. Même tu as un master de ne sais rien à Dubaï. Moi j'ai dû faire des petits jobs comme cleaning dans les écoles. J'ai dû intégrer les entreprises de placement d'employés là, où on payait 900 dirhams au mois. C'était pas du tout évident. Bon, j'ai quand même pu m'en sortir avec ça pendant un peu de temps, avant de pouvoir changer de travail, qui me permet aujourd'hui de toucher au moins les 2500, mais jusqu'à là, c'est pas toujours évident. Bon, c'est un peu ça mon parcours. Je ne peux pas te dire que je vais conseiller quelqu'un de venir à Dubaï vivre, même pour travailler, mais je ne peux pas dire que je vais conseiller quelqu'un, sincèrement.
In the United Arab Emirates, for the most part, people get paid based on their nationalities, irrespective of their qualification.
If you want to work for a company for Dubai, company, now few people they really smile when they work for company. That's why you see many people they enter street. Some people they say they even get paper. They prefer for big kalewale for enter street because na street work at least if he earn some kind of better money. If you want to consider say you work for company, na small chicken change, especially for we African. Normally, they don't see we like people. They just give you na last work them where they give for we for here.
S'il faut parler de Dubaï, c'était jamais mon souhait. Mais après, comme on dit toujours, il y a une opportunité, donc j'ai eu l'opportunité de me déplacer pour venir ici, je suis venu. Mais je ne conseillerais jamais à qui que ce soit, à quiconque, Dubaï. Parce que Dubaï, c'est pas un pays réellement, il faut venir se chercher. Dubaï, c'est plus pour les investisseurs, c'est pas un pays favorable, surtout pour les Noirs, les Africains, je veux dire.
Prostitution, that one is very common in Dubai. Just imagine girls who left their country coming to Dubai for a walk, and at the end they never had that opportunity, that job. So they will end up prostituting. So as to cope, because life here in Dubai is not really easy.
Having lost my job, all my money, and my visa expired, I only expect amnesty. At least all hope is not lost.
The only chance they get them for go back for their country now when amnesty come, because when they give amnesty, if you get your money for pay a flight ticket, yes, that one if you clear everything and you go back for your country.
There are so many adventures and tendencies to undertake them. Life could be worth it with some of these or not at all. But the most important factor in life are based on the choices we make.
As much as Dubai is a beautiful and touristic paradise, immigrants moving into the United Arab Emirates should ensure that they do their due diligence so that they don't fall into the wrong hands. For all that glitters is not gold.